Are you gonna do it?
Yeah, you're on.
A few blocks in an apartment with other.
Okay, I call this story
And so
a
now
pure
they have to cook
miracle. There's no other way to
some of the
explain
time.
it.
And there's a Trader Joe's.
Now, to
a couple
begin
blocks
with,
from there.
our
Hey,
bodies
look,
are not
I'm gonna make you into
designed.
a hero.
They're not designed
Spaghetti
to live in the South
or thin
Pacific.
Spaghetti with just olive
And
oil
our
and
immune
garlic.
system
And that's
couldn't
it. And
handle
if you
this.
want, you can put a hint of dried
Humidity
oregano
was always
on it as you're
up to
mixing
100,
it up.
and temperature
At the
was
end.
over 100.
And then you gotta have some Romano
And
cheese to spread
many
on it.
times,
When
if
you
it
get
didn't
in
rain at
because
night,
the
we'd
sheep's
catch
milk
water in
cheese
our
just
helmet.
goes with
We
that.
could fill our
So I told her what to
canteens
do.
up.
I said, you
So,
know, toast the garlic till it gets nice and tan. Most people panic. Oh, it's gonna
If we
make it
wanted
bitter.
water,
It won't
we'd
make it
have to
bitter.
dip in the
Yeah,
swamp,
get it nice
move-
and tan. It doesn't
move
have
the
to be
bugs
dark,
and the
but
spiders out of the
toast
way,
garlic in there
dip
a
in the
little longer
swamp.
than most
Okay.
people would say too.
Now,
So she said, okay.
a friend of mine and myself took a Jeep. We had to go get some supplies.
Oh, I've heard them all.
She's recording it.
So
So Lucy,
we got back to the
so
company.
Lucy called. No, she texted
And,
me like 2 weeks later.
Well, I stepped out of the Jeep.
having your,
I was on the passenger
The
side.
meal that you told me
On
about
the
for
Jeep,
third
The
time.
exhaust
She
pipe
said
comes out the
everybody loves
side. It does not come out the back.
back.
My right
Ah,
leg
yeah, oh,
pressed
yeah.
against the exhaust pipe.
Yeah. Well,
And I
that's
got a
not
nasty
bad. Cooking
burn.
is so simple.
Pull my
Very
pants
simple.
up.
Like spaghetti carbonara.
It'll go away in a
Carbonara
couple of
is very
days, right?
simple.
Yeah.
Well,
It's
you
a 10
Wrong.
making that at home a little bit?
Every day
Yeah,
I
that's
looked
one of my
at it.
go-tos.
Or
The scab
You like
kept
cooking?
getting bigger and bigger and
Yeah.
bigger.
men's a
Pretty
men's,
soon-
half and half.
I had a
He
scab
likes to eat it. You like
completely
you wanna
over
cook
my
it.
leg
Now, I
from my
saw a
knee
picture of
down to my
Sophia
ankle.
Cooking something on
One
the
big
stove.
scab.
I didn't see that. I missed that.
Every
But I
company
missed
had
that. I
a
only
medic
see Sophia posing.
that could do minor
Yeah, her
medical
mom could,
fix-up.
like,
Like,
often.
He had
Once or twice
aspirin
a
and
week, something like
bandages
that.
and stuff. Every night he would come over, I'd pull up my pants, and he would treat my legs. He would peel off the big puffy scabs that were loose
Talk about
and
the
put
service.
salve on it. And this happened every night. And he always took my temperature. My temperature was 103. Now, if you were 103, you're combat ready. If you go to 104, you would go back to a field hospital. Mine never went over 103. There's a reason for that. Okay, this night, it rained all night long. And the next morning, we had to walk up a road about 4 miles. And so all the guys were taking off their shoes and socks, rolling up their pants, they're gonna walk through the mud. I said, should I do that? I said, well, I'm gonna lose my legs anyway, so I'll try it. So I roll up my pants, we sloshed through the mud about 4 miles. And then the sergeant said, okay, everybody take 30, which means you get a 30-minute break. So all the guys laying out in the sun, and the sun baked the red clayish mud on our legs. He blew the whistle, which means it's time to move on. So we all went down to the creek. The water is about 3 feet deep. And we went in the water and washed the mud off. I washed my mud off. I came out of the water, and all I could see was brand new, clear skin. Not a spot, not a scratch, nothing. Just perfect skin. And I said, boy, I felt really good. I didn't realize what was happening. So that night, the medic comes over and he says, okay, roll up your pants. I got to work on your legs. I said, no, I don't need you anymore. He said, roll up your pants. That's an order. You're going to lose your legs. So I pulled my pant legs up. 1, 2. He looked at my legs. His eyes bugged out. He says, what did you do? I said, just walked through the mud for 3 or 4 miles and baked the sun on it, went down to water, washed it off, and that's it. He said, what? Yeah, you hurt me. You hurt me. And so he looked at me, and he just shook his head like this and walked away. My temperature was perfect. If I'd have got to 104, I'd have go back to a field hospital and they would do the same thing this other guy was doing. But the Lord touched me that day. Thank you, Jesus.
Amen.